to do. So finally, I just said, you know, you didn't find me under a rock. I won a nomination for Silkwood, Best Supporting Actress. And I won Best Actress at the Cannes Film Festival for Mask. So clink on your ass. So, but still the tears were coming and I couldn't figure out how to stop them, and I thought this is just gonna keep going until it stops because I'm so upset. And then I thought, oh my God, these are fabulous tears. These are the kind of tears that actresses pray for. And then I thought, as they were gently gliding down my cheeks, I thought, and if I look like this, I kind of look like a Madonna. Here, do you want to see me look like a Madonna? And not the blonde one, okay? So anyway, at that moment, 7:15 in the morning, my kids come in with a big cake and 2 bellboys, and they're singing, you know, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear mom, happy birthday to you. And then they said, Mom, you're crying. Why are you crying, Mom? It's your birthday, why are you crying? And I was like, shit, why am I crying? Okay, I know. All right, because sometimes when ladies, young ladies, sometimes when they're overwhelmed or they're just so happy they don't know what to do with themselves, and it's just welling up in them, and they just are so happy they don't know what to do, and all of a sudden tears come out of their eyes, and that's how happy they are. So they said, okay. And I said, all right, now come on. We can't eat the cake at 7:15. Go back and we'll do this thing later at a reasonable hour. Okay, so, oh, I forgot. Okay, so remember my friend I told you about, he was in jail or prison? I owed him $28,000 and I didn't have it. Okay, this one's gonna sound really crazy, but you just have to trust me because it doesn't sound like anything that goes, but I promise you. All right, so since the beginning of the David Letterman show, they had asked me to be on every day. It's like, come on, please be on. And I was like, no, I don't really want to. Okay, now you've got all the info and I can finish the story. So, 3 days before my birthday, the producer called me and said, how would you like to spend your birthday with Dave? And I went, I would love to for $28,000. And he said, no, we don't do that. And I said, well, no, then neither do I. And so then, 20 minutes later, he calls me and he said, oh, okay, we will. And I was like, cha-ching. But while we're on the telephone, he said, Cher, just out of curiosity, please just tell me, why don't you want to do the show? It's a top-rated show, why don't you want to? And I said, well, because, you know, Dave is smart and he's very funny, but sometimes if he gets somebody on the show that he thinks is beneath him, he can be kind of an asshole. And the producer agreed with me and we hung up. So that was the night of my birthday, and so I went on Dave's show, and he was sitting here, and I was sitting here, and he was being funny, I was being funny, he was being funny, I was being much funnier. And, but in the middle of my being much funnier, he looked at me and he said, so tell me, Cher, why haven't you ever wanted to do my show? And my head exploded, because in those days you couldn't say bad words. And I didn't know what I was going to do, because if I lied, he would know I was lying, and then the interview would be over, and I would not be true to myself. And so while I'm going through all this shit in my mind, out of my mouth comes, because I thought you were an asshole. Yeah, check it out on YouTube. Anyway, so he said that it traumatized him for 5 years. But, you know, we became friends. So, I mean, he even sent me a birthday card once, you know, kind of motherly, but it was very sweet. And inside he wrote a beautiful sentiment in script, and that was... I bet a lot of you don't know what I'm talking about. Well, it's or cursive. Do you understand cursive? You're never gonna use it. Okay, so anyway, at the bottom of this beautiful card, in cursive, was a PS, and the PS said, P.S. My mom always likes Sunny better. Yeah, I don't think he's quite gotten rid of the, the hostility. Okay, so anyway, that was then I was 40, and this is now and I'm not, and I'm way not, and I tell my age because I want to tell women something, but I really don't like it. So, I'm, shit. If I close my eyes, it's better. I'm 73. Sometimes, I wonder if people clap because I'm still alive, or if I can still get into my costumes. There was this one girl, and she took her boyfriend as a surprise to a concert. She would tell him where she was going, and they walked in, and he saw my name, and he went, "Is she still alive?" So people are not quite sure, but I guarantee you, I'm very alive. All right, So, to the young women in this audience, I want to say, your dream might not be wearing blue hair, but if you have something that you want to do, if you have a burning desire, if you want to do something that might not be what everyone expects you to do it. And older women, get some blue hair. All right, I just have one thing to say before we start this extravaganza, and that is, what is your granny doing tonight?